Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lumpin Vishum. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 12th of May. Twin tremors jolt South Asia, kill nearly 50. Al-Qaeda subcontinent wing claims responsibility for murder of third Bangladeshi atheist blogger. And Afghan government confirms release of 19 abducted Shia Hazaras. And now for all the details. Weeks after the devastating earthquake hit Nepal and parts of northern India, the South Asian region felt twin jolts yet again on Tuesday. At least 50 people have been confirmed dead in the quake so far.
Panic struck across Nepal, India, Afghanistan and Bangladesh as fresh tremors swept through the region. While Nepal was hit by a 7.4 magnitude earthquake, Afghanistan experienced tremors as strong as 4.7 minutes after. The impact of the strong quake was felt across India, Bangladeshi capital Dhaka and in some parts of China as well. Nepali capital Kathmandu, which was slowly limping back to normalcy following the devastating earthquake of last month, was one of the badly hit regions even on Tuesday. Following the tremors, operations at Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport were suspended. It also sent out a wave of panic among the residents who've been living in tents after most of the residential areas were damaged in April's disaster.
You know, Nepal, we all are families, so Nepal it's a great loss. More than 8,000 are gone, so that's a very big tragedy to Nepal. So, and I hope and I wish that just the earthquake it has occurred now. I wish that it has not made any loss of Nepalese again.
Just now the big quake came and we all ran out of the building to keep ourselves safe. We are just trying to contact with our family members whether they are okay or not.
In neighbouring India, the tremors were felt the most in the northern provinces of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. In national capital New Delhi, thousands were forced to spend the day in the open due to fear of aftershocks. In most places, residents left their homes and offices in panic and came out in the open.
मैं उस समय अभी आया था और भोजन कर रहा था, तब तक भूकंप घर पूरा जैसे हिलने लगा, ढक-ढक की आवाज़ करने लगी। तो हमारी पत्नी ने बताया कि भूकंप आ गया। हमने तुरंत खाना छोड़ते हुए नीचे भागने का कोशिश किया। जब तक सीढ़ी से उतरे और बाहर आए तब तक फिर खत्म हो गया। हमने देखा कि पूरी कॉलोनी जो है सड़कों पर आ गई थी।
Nearly a dozen people have been reportedly killed in Bihar alone.
हाँ, घर में सोए हुए थे। उनकी माँ एक बार बोली कि बेटा भाग, भूकंप आ रहा है। उसी समय वो सोए हुए थे। अब उठ के भागे तो टकरा गए। किस तरह से टकराए और कैसे ब्रेन फटा, ये आदमी अभी तक सस्पेंस में है।
Nepal, which faced its worst catastrophe in 6 decades last month, has recorded a toll crossing 8,000. The Himalayan region is considered as one of the most seismically active regions in the world. However, unplanned constructions have increased the number of casualties.
Ananta Bijoy Das, a Bangladeshi secular blogger, was hacked to death in capital Dhaka on Tuesday. This was the third such attack targeting free thinkers in Bangladesh this year. The Al-Qaeda has claimed responsibility of the incident.
In what is seen as a continued targeting of liberals in Bangladesh, yet another progressive writer was killed by unidentified assailants. Ananta Bijoy Das was reportedly attacked by 4 men while he was travelling in capital Dhaka. Police said he had suffered wounds all over his body and succumbed to injuries in a hospital.
এখানে আমাদের অনন্ত বিজয় দাস নামে একজন ইয়াং ছেলে, সে পুবালি ব্যাংক কর্মকর্তা, যাওয়া শাখা ছাতক যাওয়া শাখায় বাসা থেকে বেরিয়ে আমরা যেটা জানতে পেরেছি, যারা প্রত্যক্ষদর্শী তারা বলছে যে তাকে 4 জন মানে দুষ্কৃতিকারী তাকে ধাওয়া করে বাসার প্রায় 100 থেকে 150 গজ দূরে পারে তাকে হত্যা করা।
Das was an organizer of the Ganajagran Manch or People's Resurgence Platform of Bangladesh, which demanded a ban on Islamist parties and death penalty for convicted war criminals. He was also a contributing author for Mukta Mona, a blog propagating rationalism and opposing fundamentalism founded by US atheist writer Avijit Roy. Roy was killed in similar fashion in February this year. Another progressive writer, Oishakur Rahman, was also hacked to death in March. The subcontinent wing of the Al-Qaeda had claimed the killing of both the bloggers, calling them blasphemers. Muslim-majority Bangladesh has in the recent years seen an increase in attacks targeting free thinkers, liberals and people holding secular views.
Jail authorities in Pakistan's southwest Balochistan on Tuesday carried out the death sentence of Mutahida Qawmi Movement activist and convicted target killer Saulat Mirza. His execution, which was originally scheduled for March 30th, was suspended at the final hours after Mirza, in a televised confession, claimed that he carried out murders at the behest of MQM Supremo Altaf Hussain. Following his claims, the government had proposed to reopen the case. Pakistan, which had revoked a self-imposed moratorium on capital punishments in December last year, has already executed nearly 100 people ever since. A senior educationist in Pakistan, who was also the member of the government-appointed advisory committee for curriculum and textbooks reforms, has left the country following threats to her life, according to reports that emerged on Monday.
Dr. Bernadette L. Dean, through an email sent to her friends and colleagues, confirmed that she had fled Pakistan, fearing for life after receiving threatening calls and facing a hate propaganda. The renowned academician is the director of VM Institute for Education and former principal of St. Joseph's College for Women and Kennard College. While she said her decision came on advice of her family and police, she also pointed at a political party which was instrumental in unleashing the hate campaign against her. This campaign started a few months ago with threatening phone calls to complain about me and the work I am doing with respect to textbook writing, a vicious letter accusing me of being a foreigner woman who has single-handedly made changes to the curriculum and textbooks that made them secular and called me an enemy of Islam, Dr. Dean said in her email. She also referred to the Pakistan's all-parties conference held at the Karachi Press Club in April, where she was blamed for carrying out amendments to the curricula. In 2012, Dr. Dean was blamed for unleashing an anti-Islam campaign in the Karachi College. Her statement came weeks after an American national, Deborah Lobo, faced a gun attack by Islamist militants who claimed to have targeted her for being a foreigner. Lobo, a US national, has been living in Pakistan for nearly 2 decades, serving as the vice principal of Karachi Medical and Dental College. Pakistan is in the grip of a Taliban insurgency and is home to several other militant groups and criminal gangs. Attacks on educationists and academicians are common in the country, where extortionists enjoy a free hand and Americans are regularly targeted.
The ecologically fragile region of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is facing the brunt of poor disaster management. Whatever little was there in the name of infrastructure also got shattered in the frequent floods and landslides that hit the Himalayan belt.
Life is a big struggle for people in POK. While most parts remain cut off due to poor connectivity, frequent landslides add to the misery. The region witnessed heavy rains recently. In the absence of concrete infrastructure, roads turned into a heap of rubble after landslides blocked major routes connecting capital Muzaffarabad with rest of POK. Weeks have passed, but locals continue to negotiate through the difficult terrain, making way through the boulders, risking their life and limbs to go about their daily life.
सुबड़ी स्लाइड की वजह से बहुत आवाम परेशान है, जो कोई बंदा भी जो है ना अपने मकामात पे नहीं पहुंच सकता, सारा रास्ता बंद है, सुबड़ी स्लाइड बंद है, रबानी स्लाइड बंद है और इस तरह आगे भी रास्ते बहुत जगह से बंद हैं, जगह जगह पर रास्ते बंद हैं.
POK has remained a part of Pakistan ever since its illegal occupation over 6 decades back. Years have passed, but the residents of this remote region are left at the mercy of the puppet regime installed by Islamabad. The Pakistani government has failed to develop state-of-the-art infrastructure here. The roads in the region are in dismal condition. Due to corruption in the construction business, contractors use substandard material, making the roads vulnerable to breakage during rains.
वो पूरी की पूरी रोड दरिया में चली गई है, जिसकी वजह से लोगों की ज़िंदगी में काफ़ी मुश्किलात का सामना है. कारोबारी मामलात, आज बच्चों ने जिस तरह पेपर देने थे, इम्तिहानात, लेकिन लैंडस्लाइडिंग की वजह से बच्चे वो इम्तिहानात मरकज़ तक नहीं पहुंच सके. काफ़ी हमें आजमाइश है और अभी मज़ीद बताया जा रहा है कि अभी बारिशें होंगी तो अल्लाह ही बेहतर जानता है कि आगे न जाने हमारे साथ क्या क्या होने वाला है.
The rapid pace of deforestation has denuded the mountains, triggering frequent landslides in the ecologically fragile Himalayan region, environmentalists say.
19 of the 31 Shia Hazaras who were abducted in Afghanistan have been freed, the government has confirmed. The group was kidnapped by gunmen from a bus in southern Zabul province in February.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani on Monday confirmed the release of 19 of the abductees. He said all efforts are being made to secure the release of those still in the custody of the abductors. According to reports, at least 6 hostages have already been killed by the gunmen. Though local reports claim that the release was made possible after a prisoner swap between the abductors and the government, President Ghani refuted the claims.
هیچ فردی که به اساس جرم و تثبیت جرم در محاکم افغانستان امروز در زندان باشه مبادله نشد. سیاست دولت مبادله افراد مجرم نیست و نخواهد.
31 men, all belonging to the minority Shia Hazara community, were abducted by gunmen from Zabul province when they were returning from Iran in February. Though no groups claimed responsibility for the kidnapping, intelligence agencies hinted at the involvement of Islamic movement of Uzbekistan. The 2.8 million strong Hazara community is one of the largest religious minorities in Afghanistan. They have been subjected to persecutions through the years by the Taliban and other Sunni militant groups in the country.
The Sikh community in India commemorated the coronation of their 6th Guru by paying obeisance at temples. Many also took to fireworks to mark the big day. Take a look.
India's northern city of Amritsar became a canvas of lights as thousands of devotees thronged the iconic Golden Temple to celebrate the day known as Gurta Gaddi Divas. The community from all across the nation converged at the holy place to pray for spiritual and physical fitness on Monday. Many also lit earthen lamps as a ritual to mark the coronation of their 6th Guru, Guru Har Gobind Singh.
ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਗੁਰਗੱਦੀ ਦਿਵਸ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ 6ਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ 6ਵੇਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰਗੱਦੀ ਦਿਵਸ ਸੀ ਮੀਨਸ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਦੀ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੋਣ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਤਿਸ਼ਬਾਜ਼ੀ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਛੋੜੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਨੰਦ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੋਲਡਨ ਟੈਂਪਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ.
The majestic city, which remained decked up with beautiful lights, also got illuminated with fireworks which adorned the night sky.
ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਗੱਦੀ ਦਿਵਸ ਸੀ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣ ਆਏ ਤੇ ਦੀਪਮਾਲਾ ਔਰ ਅਸਤਬਾਜ਼ੀ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਨ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨ ਹੋਇਆ.
Guru Har Gobind Singh, who became a guru of Sikhs in 1606, is credited to building the Akal Takht, one of the 5 seats of power of the religion, which is located in the Golden Temple complex.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Twin tremors jolt South Asia, kill nearly 50. Al-Qaeda subcontinent wing claims responsibility for murder of 3rd Bangladeshi atheist blogger. And Afghan government confirms release of 19 abducted Shia Hazaras. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.